Guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to study the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, it's a very easy theorem. Now what does this say is that, okay, whenever you have a right angle triangle, okay, that means that one angle is 90 degree. Okay, so what happens here is that PQ becomes perpendicular to QR because this angle is 90 degree. So whenever you have such a situation, then if I find out the length of PQ, I square the length. I do the same with QR. I square the length and I add them. Then I'm going to get the length of PR. Okay, in the squared form. Okay, that means a square plus b square is equals to c square. This is the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so PQ becomes my perpendicular. QR is my base. In every right angle triangle, this only happens. So you have one perpendicular, you have one base, and the longest side, which is opposite to the 90 degree, like PR in this case, okay, the C is the length of which is C. So this becomes my hypotenuse. Okay, so if I square PQ, I square the length of QR, I add it, I will get, then the answer I'll get is the square of PR. That's why it is saying C square. Okay, so based on this, let us do two sums. Now look at this sum. I am given the length of PQ. Okay, this is 3 centimeters. Length of QR 4 centimeters. I have to find out PR. So I will use the formula. What's the formula? A square plus B square is equals to C square. The perpendicular square, the base square, is equals to the hypotenuse square, x square. You can also write it in this way. So in this case, it is PQ square plus QR square is equals to PR square. Now very easy, just substitute the values. So 3 square plus 4 square is equals to PR square. This is the missing value, right? Next, what we will do, we are going to write, okay, 9 plus 4 square is 16 is equals to PR square. Now, 9 plus 16 is 25. So, 25 is equals to PR square. PR square. Now, you know very well that 5 into 5 is 25, which means if I write root over 25, then the answer is 5. Okay. So, what I do is that now if PR square is 25, this means that PR is equals to root over 25 is equals to 5. So this is 5. Okay. Now never forget to put the unit. So let me assume that this is centimeter, then this becomes 5 centimeter. This is your answer. Now let's move on to another question. Now in this question, they have given you the hypotenuse length. They have given you the base length. You have to find out the perpendicular length. So the same thing, use the same formula, you will get the answer. So here, this is my perpendicular, xy. So xy square plus yz square is equals to xz square. It will be useful if you take a variable in place of xy. So basically a square plus yz is 5. So 5 square is equals to xy, which is 13 square. Okay, so that means what? A square is equals to 13 square. Now I am bringing this value to this side. So plus 5 square becomes minus 5 square. Okay, now if you don't know the square value of 13, if you don't know the square value of 5, you don't want to multiply, then another very easy formula that we have is that, I think you know about this, so I'm writing it over here. If you have a square minus b square, then you can write this as a plus b, a minus b. You can use this identity. So I'm going to use this identity over here. So 13 plus, so a square is equals to 13 plus 5, 13 minus 5. So that means a square is equals to what? 18 into 8. So a square is 144. This means that a is equals to root over 144, and that means that a is equals to 12. So hence this value is equals to 12. Let's say meters. Okay, so this is the unit. Now this means that 5, 12 and 13 form a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so whenever you have the perpendicular 12 centimeter, the base 5 meters, then this hypotenuse will always be 13 meters. It could also be that 5 is the perpendicular, 12 is the base. That can also happen. Still, the hypotenuse length will be 13 units only. Okay. And the same thing goes with this one also. 3, 4, and 5, they form the Pythagorean triplet. Like this, there are many triplets, and it's very useful if you know some of them. It will help you